told your friend you're not okay?
Hello K-pop lovers, welcome back to K-pop Update. Today, the entertainment world was shocked by something no one predicted, Taehyung's Weverse live appearance, which not only stunned ARMY but also shook the entire global K-pop community. The moment wasn't just a short broadcast, nor a casual preview. It was a broadcast filled with warmth, vulnerability, and long-held feelings. It all started with a simple notification. ARMYs around the world, from Seoul to Jakarta to Los Angeles, heard the signature Weverse sound. No one expected
I'm
that
about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay? Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
He mentioned that there's an empty space he always feels, an emptiness that can only be filled by genuine interaction between him and ARMY. The ARMY fell silent for a moment. Some even held their breath. It's not easy for an idol to express such deep feelings in front of millions of watching eyes. But Taehyung didn't stop. He continued, saying that he'd been harboring this longing for so long, so deeply, that he finally felt he couldn't hold it any longer. That was the reason he'd appeared that night, not because of an agenda, not because of a schedule, but because of longing. And at the moment he said, I really miss you guys. More than you can imagine. It was a two-time stop for a moment. Fan bases across the world began to cry. Some immediately wrote long comments, others could only type it. And many said they got goosebumps just hearing the introduction of his voice. Taehyung then shared that every time he opened social media to read ARMY comments, he felt an indescribable sense of encouragement. He said,
I need help, I'm going through hell. I fake like I'm fine, but I know you can't tell. Like nothing I felt, my mind overwhelms. I think that I'm broken, but I hope you can help. I know I'm not perfect, but some days I can far more worthless. Baby, you make me feel nervous. If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it.
I know you told your friend, but he also touched on how much he missed the concert atmosphere.
Tell me what's
Fans,
wrong,
the waving of light sticks, the bonding energy between idols and fans. He admitted that these memories always come to mind when it days feel long. Do you guys listen too? Taehyung asked with a small smile, making ARMY even more emotional. And of course, the comment section immediately filled with virtual tears. At the end of the live stream, Taehyung made a promise that filled ARMY with hope. He said that after everything he'd been through, he wanted to return with renewed energy, new love, and even greater love. He asked ARMY to work with him hard, as he was preparing many things he wanted to share later. His final smile before the live stream was an emotional a smile that had been unfolded, a smile that brought comfort, and a smile that signified that the bond between BTS and ARMY remained strong despite the temporary distance between them. As soon as the live stream ended, the internet exploded. Hashtag video edits, and lengthy threads detailing every crucial moment of the live stream. From his most touching lines, his most honest facial expressions, to the moments when he looked directly at the camera as if looking directly at ARMY. That night, one thing became clear. Taehyung didn't just miss ARMY. He needed ARMY, just as ARMY needed him. And this is what makes the relationship between BTS and ARMY so special, because behind the lights of the stage and global fame, there are always hearts waiting to be reconnected. K-pop Update will continue to monitor further developments. Be sure to stay tuned, because Taehyung and ARMY story is definitely not over, it's just beginning.